Good morning, everybody. My name is Akodeola Komi Joshua, and I'm going to be our course instructor or pilot for this morning's MMR. Yes, Money Market Review. Hope we had a nice week. The week has been going well from Monday. Okay, so it's another wonderful time to be with us again this week, to be with us today. Okay. Uh, so we're going to be looking at what exactly is happening in the market and yeah, it's what we expect to happen in the market today. Today being a Friday, yes. How interesting the market is going to move. We're going to be looking at how everything is going to happen. So first thing first, I would like to um acknowledge those of us that are here now currently. Yes, I can see Akpo Favor. I can see Alfonso's Ikediashi, Angela. I can see Anthony Kayode. I can see Austin Enudi, Babatunde Onita, Babs Olorun Kemi Adams, Bala Rune, Blessing Sage, Bomsi. I can see Celestine Usungesi, Chinedu, Christian Abba, Chooks Anunike. I can see Collins Aja. I can see David Igor. I can also see a Pemsky. I can see Enudi Augustine. I can see Ase. I can see Fadari Afolabi. I can see Francis Yu. I can see Fendu Ukonu. I can see Stephanos. I can see Japheth Peters. I can see Jonathan. I can see Kenny. I can see Kalu Uchea. I can see Matthew. I can see Matthew Simon. I can see Mustahu Abiodun. I can see Madu Abuchi Joshua. I can see Ojelabi Sunday, Oko Agnes, Olufowokan Bamisi. I can see Oluwaferanmi. I can see Onyedika. Yeah, yes, Onyedika. I can see Oyebowale Aderibigbe. I can see Patience Mark Angel Lane. I can see Philip. I can also see Philip Amas. I can see Shonola Ishola. I can see Shoji Farutimi. I can see Shoyemi Adeleke. I can see Steven. I can see Taye Oguntoye. Yes. I can also see Osha. Okay. I can see Wasiu Sobande Williams Aja. I can see Yusuf Rashidat. I know All right, all right. I'm back again. Thank you for holding on. Sorry, we had a network glitch and that was what affected the whole thing from working, and that's why you were unable to hear me. But yes, now I believe you should be able to hear me clearly. All right. Okay. Oh, I can get okay. Mr. Sojifado to me asking what's happening, bro. Okay. Nothing really. The network actually glitched. You know the way our network is in Nigeria, but all in all, we've tried doing the whole thing and we are back again. And hopefully it's not going to happen like that again. Okay. So that's it. But let's kick off. So yes, like we all know, we're going to look at what happened in the market fundamentally. From there, we look at what the news we're expecting today, after which we look at the market technically, where we're expecting the market to go or to tilt towards, either up or down on the chart. So we will get ourselves ready. So first thing first, let's look at the news that came out yesterday and see how it was. Okay, so yesterday we had news coming out on euros. In fact, before then, around 10:30 a.m., news came out on GBP, that's the construction PMI. It came out negative for them. Then we now had an all-day Euro summit. So that's actually a speech, you understand, speech coming in from the Euro body and all that. Then we now have another news that came up by 2:15 p.m., which is the main refinancing rate and the monetary policy statement. So um, interest rate was actually dropped by some point. It was forecasted that it would drop to 2.65%, which the actual actually proved so, because that was the same thing that came out. Then by 2:30, the unemployment claims in US came out positive. 221,000 people had one saying that okay, they don't have a job. Based on what it was previously, 242,000 people were the ones that claimed to, and they were forecasting that, okay, the number of people to say that they don't have a job should reduce to 234, but no, it was even far better than that. 221,000 people had once claiming not to have a job, right? Okay, so by 2:45, we also had a press conference by the ECB. So 4 p.m., the IVPMI, but this is on Canadian dollars, came out positive for them. Then by 8:39 p.m., President Donald Trump too also spoke. And we'll discover that around that the market moved in the night just due to his speech and all those things. Then by 9:30 p.m. too, we had FOMC member Waller speaking. You see, all these people, one way or the other, these things, this news that we saw actually moved the market in its own quarter. But we are going to be looking at the news we are expecting for today. We're expecting some news today, some high impact news today. And that's where we have the likes of Canadian dollars. First is 10:30 a.m., which the President Lagarde, she's going to be speaking. That's the ECB president. She's going to be speaking by 10:30 a.m. today. Then by 2:30 p.m., we're having employment in and unemployment rate from Canada, you understand? So we're expecting that to come out by 2:30 p.m. At the same time, we're expecting news to be released on the average hourly earnings month to month, non-farm employment change and unemployment, that's NFP, you understand? That's by 2 p.m. and it's a high impact news. We all know that this news normally moves the market, you understand? Then by 6:30 p.m., the Fed chairman, Powell, is going to be speaking. Then 7:30 p.m., President Donald Trump will also speak. So yes, today we're expecting some volatile news. And the same way we're expecting this volatile news is the same way we're expecting that the market is what? Going to move. You understand? But one thing for sure is this. I will kindly advise you wait for the actual to come to be released first before you jump into this trade by 2:30. And whatever it is you're doing before 2:30, make sure you close your trade before 2:30 to be risk conscious, because you don't know the direction. Nobody knows the direction of the market. You understand? You might envisage that it will go up and it goes down. You might envisage that it goes down, it will go up. But yes, for those that want to be risk takers, they can decide to look at the whole thing and just envisage that, okay, it's going to go up, and they go for their buy. And hopefully the news comes out and it goes up. Or it's going to go down, they go for sell. And the same way it can be. But you understand? Basically, I would just advise wait for the actual to be released. Nobody knows the direction this market is going to go when it comes to fundamentals. You understand? So we're expecting this high impact information by 2:30. By 2:30. You understand? So hopefully that's going to move the market very well. And also let's be risk cautious. Now, at the same time, for those that have not funded their account, this is also an opportunity for you to fund and make some proceeds for yourself. So why not fund your account because you have something volatile coming out today? Try funding and yes, hopefully you make something out of it. Okay, that's that for the fundamentals we're expecting by 2:30 today. Okay, so let's look at the market technically and see how it's going to move, what is happening, what has the trend been like, what is the reaction, what is affecting this market. And like we all know that for a while now, there's been some issues between the US government and some of these European countries, increase of tariffs on countries like Mexico, China, Panama, or Canada, you understand, the tariffs on them, everything. And they too are also retaliating, you understand? And yes, one way or the other, all these things are really affecting the market, you understand? Even the discussion they had with Zelensky and the likes, people were looking at it like, fine, he was bullied, and well, reactions is coming on it because he left the White House in annoyance and everything, but at the end of the day, regretting, and he's saying he's ready to sign the come to an agreement for the peace treaty and everything to move on. All these things are part of the things that will affect the market to either go up or come down, you understand? But one thing for sure is this: we need to be vigilant about it. Look at how the market is going to react to some of these things. So let's look at what is happening technically, because if you look at it, like for instance, now in Canada now, all the one of these liquor store in Canada is already bringing down all the US alcohols they have on their shelves. They are bringing it down. Like it's not going to have any say there. At the same time, they are taking it offline. So you see, it's going to be affecting that. Okay, their own products too is not going to do well in these countries. That's just one. Also, another thing that has happened in Ontario is this: that this particular company, is it the Ford? They are canceling their contract, which is what if not over $100 million. You understand? They are canceling everything that they have with Starlink, that's Elon Musk, and it's also going to hit them. But I think that's part of the reason why stocks has actually been dropping, because it's affecting the US economy too, one way or the other. They all will get affected, and you see, once it's affecting one, it will affect the other side, and all these things are part of the things that is driving the market to either go down or go up. Okay, so let's look at the market technically. And like we all know the drill, start with currencies first. Once we're done with currencies, we move to commodities. From commodities, then we move to stocks. So yes, I'm sharing my screen with us now. Let's get together. Okay. All right. So I want to believe everybody can see my screen from their own end. Yes, I want to believe everybody can see my screen from their own end. And okay. So we'll be starting with currencies. The first one you can see here now is my currency, Euro USD. Euro USD. Okay. All right. So on Euro USD, let's look at it. You discover that the market price has actually gone up for a while now in Euro USD. So this is on my 1 hour time frame, but we look at it from the daily time frame. Let me zoom out, because see, the best thing, one thing we need to understand is this: when you want to know the trend of the market, the real direction of the market, you go to your higher time frame. It helps you to see the direction more. You see the direction more. You see where it's going to. You understand? So that's what you can see here now. I've zoomed out actually so we can see it. You discover that price came down to this particular session where my cursor is. And from that point, it has been, it went up a little, came back for a retest, and it was unable to break below that same zone, this particular demand zone. And after that, a reversal, and it's been pushing up since then. Okay, so from the way it is, if I'm to pitch my own tent, I'm still going to pitch my tent with the bulls on Euro USD. I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on Euro USD, not even with the whole thing that is happening now in the US economy. You understand, with what is happening currently. A lot of things is happening in that economy, and a lot of sanctions from all the European nations. You know, first thing first, we discover that when President Donald Trump and his VP had the meeting together with Zelensky, and the whole thing scattered. Excuse me. The whole, there was argument from here, right, left, and center, from the two presidents, you discover that yes, he left, and immediately he left, he signed. So he now went and he had some other countries in Europe, like Germany, saying they are going to support them and they are going to assist them. Even UK also loaning them money. You understand? All these things also affected the market, and one way or the other made the market to push. Even though currently now Zelensky is saying that fine, he wants the peace, he wants to sign the peace treaty with them so that they can come to an agreement. So all these things are part of the things that see affecting the Euro USD or the Euro currency against the USD. And at the same time, some of the decisions, the tariff that President Donald Trump has imposed on some of these other neighboring countries, you understand? Now, their retaliation too is also affecting the USD. You understand? It's also affecting that currency. And that's why we're seeing what is happening on Euro USD now. Currently, you can see as of this morning now, price is pushing up. Yeah, so even if you want to place a buy now, so let's hold on first because I'm expecting the price to get to this particular end. You understand? So even if you want to go for a buy, yes, if you want to be aggressive, you can go for instant buy. You understand? But for now, I'll kindly advise don't be aggressive. Let's be risk cautious. So this is it. If price is able to break above this particular zone that has been shaded out for us, you understand? If price is able to break above this zone that is shaded out for us here, okay, if price is able to break above this point, then I can go for what? My buy. But if that does not happen, I will not. You have to wait first. Yes. Hold on for price to break above this particular section where it is. Then you can go for your buy. If that happens, I am expecting the price to push up. Yes. I'll go higher and higher on Euro USD. I'm expecting price to move up massively. That's my take. And this is it on my 1 hour time frame. So on my 1 hour time frame too, yes, you can decide to just place your buy, even if you want to go. And even if you want to do that on 1 hour, let's look at it from this end again. Allow price to break above this particular section. This is on my 1 hour time frame. And if it breaks above it, then you can go for your buy, waiting at this particular section where it's been pointed out for you. You understand? You wait for it first. But if that is not the case, if it gets to this zone and it reverses back, because this particular zone is a strong supply zone, this particular zone is a strong supply zone. So if price is unable to break it, then I expect it to reverse back. But if price is able to break above this session, I'm expecting it to go up all the way. But all in all, I pitch my tent with the bulls on Euro USD. So that's my take on Euro USD. Let's look at another instrument on currencies. We look at USD card. USD card. Okay. Let me toss USD card. So yes, like we all know, the dollars has actually lost a lot of strength, and we can see it even. Okay, so let's go to daily time frame. Yes, if you're looking at it based on what we're seeing here, price had moved up, then began to range. And on USD card, I one of the things I feel is affecting the market on USD card is because of the disagreement between the two economies, US and Canada. You understand? Also, President Donald Trump also trying to make Canada the 51st state of US. You know, all these things are part of the things that is affecting. So I don't see this market actually moving the way it's supposed to move. But yes, if we are to place it based on the market, understand? So around this point where price is a strong demand zone to price has been having issues there, even above a little, there's still a demand zone where price is there. You understand? So if price is able to break below this particular section, it should go down. I'm expecting the price of on USD, I'm expecting it to drop down. That's me. That's my take. But looking at it from 1 hour, yes, you discover that price went down, got to this point, it reversed back up. I'm still expecting a push down on USD card. I'm expecting price to still drop on USD card. I'm expecting it to go down, down, down. That's my own take on USD card. I'm pitching my tent with the bears on USD card. Price should what? Go down. You understand? Okay. So let's look at USD JPY. USD JPY. I'm with us. Okay. USD JPY it is. USD JPY. Okay. So if we look at USD JPY, based on what we are seeing on this time frame, you discover that price has actually gone down. It's been giving us, okay, it's been giving us this movement of lower high, you understand? But okay, let me put it on daily time frame so we'll see. Okay, so look at it on daily time frame. Price got to this high, and since that time it's been dropping, and it dropped down to this particular zone where is this demand zone. This demand zone. And from the look of things, it's still showing that it wants to drop further. You understand? So this is it. If price is able to break below this particular section successfully, I will expect price to pull down, to move down. And if it's moving down, I'm expecting it to get to around this point. So pitching my tent to the bears the same way on USD JPY. This is on my daily time frame. I'm expecting the price to still go down on daily time frame. But let's look at it on 1 hour. You see, on 1 hour to where was marked out is a zone. You understand? It's a demand zone on 1 hour. So wait for price to break below this section, close below this shaded part. Once that happens, then I'm expecting it to go down. But if that does not happen, I'm expecting a reversal back to the upside. You understand? Based on what we are seeing. And one of the things we need to understand is this: when it comes to zones, currencies are the most obedient. They respect these zones firmly. Once they get to a zone, they respect it firmly. So let's look at what price wants to do. And also, see, technically, we need to be patient. The patient dog eats the fattest bone. When it comes to technicals, you have to be patient. You don't rush into this market. If you rush in technically, you also rush out. So until price meets your own requirements, don't do anything. So what am I saying? If I want to place a trade, or if I'm to take a trade on USD JPY now, I'm going to wait for it to break below this point. If it doesn't break below this point, I'm not going to place my trade or sell. But if it breaks below it, good and fine. I'll go for my sell instantly. No wasting of time on that. Okay, so let's move on to the next instrument, which is USD CHF. USD CHF. Okay. Wow. Now, if you look at it, USD CHF, can you see? Even as of this morning, price is still dropping, showing that the US dollars actually is losing strength. You understand? And that's why you're seeing it dropping. It's dropping massively on USD CHF. You can see it. Price has been going down. It's been moving down, down, down. Okay, so let's look at it from the daily time frame and see. Okay, now looking at it from the daily time frame too, price is also close to this particular zone now. It's close to this zone here. So let's hold on for price. Let's wait for price and see what it wants to do. Is it going to break below this section or not? If price is able to break below this particular section, then we can look out for our sell. But if that does not happen, please wait, because it could reverse back up at this particular zone. It could reverse back up. So wait for price to break below this point. If it breaks below this point successfully, you can go for your sell. You can go for your sell. You understand? You go for your sell, then you see, you make some good profits for yourself. I'm still expecting it to get down. It could get down to around this particular session. Once it breaks below this point, I'm expecting it to get down to this point. But wait, let's see what price wants to do, because the same price that is showing that is moving down now, in the next minute, you can see a bullish candle. So let's wait and see what price wants to do. Is it going down, or is it going to reverse back up? That's that on USD CHF. I'm expecting price to go down on USD CHF. But before I'll go for my sell, let it break below this particular demand zone. Once that happens, then fine, I'll be able to go for my sell. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to be looking at some other currencies. I can see, let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY. I'm with us. You still with us? Okay, Euro JPY. All right. So on Euro JPY, we can see what is happening there. Price got to a particular high, got rejected from that point, came down. Now there's a new zone here, and price is having issues around that point. That's why price is going back up. So the way it is, I'm expecting price to still get back up, even though there's another small zone around this point. Let me shade it out so we can see it. There's another small zone around this point. You understand? So price is still pushing back. I expect price to still push back to the upside because no euros for some days euros has been strong. You understand? I'm still expecting price to push up on Euro CHF. Sorry, Euro JPY. I mean, so I'm expecting price to still push up. You understand? So let's wait for it and see. It could get to this point, and if he's able to break above it, this is the next point we're expecting. But once he gets to this point and it gets rejected, I'm expecting price to drop down. So, but what I'm saying now is this price will go up on Euro JPY. So my take on it is bullish. That's my own take. So next one is Euro CHF. Euro CHF. Okay. So Euro CHF price got to a high, came down, almost the same thing like Euro JPY, but the structure is different. So now this is a demand zone for this price, and it's here to tell us anything. You understand? It's here to give us any information of what it wants to do. So what we have to do is to wait. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. Let's wait and see what is going to what is going to happen. But fine, if price is able to break below this particular section, we should expect price to what to sell. But if that does not happen, it's not going to sell. It's going to reverse back to the upside. That's just my take. If price is able to break below this particular section, yes, price will sell. But if that does not happen, it's going to reverse back to the upside. Okay, so let's look at this last currency pair before we move to commodity. Let's look at GBP card. GBP card. Let's look at GBP card. Which was okay. GBP card on it. Okay, so this is the GBP card. And based on what we are seeing here now, I'll kindly advise you wait. You have to wait on GBP card. Yes, this is one zone, and this is another zone here. Is another one here, and price is just in between this point. In between this point, there are still some other zones, little zones here, where price is currently is also another zone on its own. So if price is able to break above that part, it should buy up to this upper zone here. Come in. Price is able to break above this section successfully. Yeah, it should go up, it should buy above this point and get to this point. But if that is not the case, it could reverse back. So, but wait, let's wait because it's not giving us any definite direction for now. So, what we wait, let's hold on and see what price wants to do first. That is going to be the next thing. We need to hold on and see what price is trying to do. That's the only thing that can help us out here. Don't rush into this market. If you rush into it, you're also going to rush out. Yes, that's the way the stuff is. So let's hold on and see what price wants to do. Okay. Because now we're going to commodities. Okay. All right. Commodities, we're looking out for gold. After that, we'll go to oils. All right. On gold now. We discovered that for a while, gold went up. Later it dropped. And after that now, it's been more or less like it's ranging between just these two zones. This is one, and this is another one here. It's been in between these 2 points now. But yes, like I've always said, for gold, I expect more of a bullish movement. If I'm to pitch my tent, I will always pitch my tent with the bulls because the bulls always have the say here. So I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. You understand? That's my own bias on it, my own opinion. I'll still pitch my tent with the bulls. But even if I want to go with the bulls, I'll wait for price to break above this particular point. Now, currently, I'll currently wait for it to break above this section. If that does not happen, then I'm not sure I'm going to go for a buy. If that does not happen, but if it's able to break above this point, yes, I'll pitch my tent with the bulls that price should what go back up. But if that does not happen, if it's unable to break above this point, price can actually come back down. This is on my 1 hour time frame. But if you look at it from the daily time frame, let's look at it. You discover that price actually went up, got to a new high, came back down. You understand? This is it. Let me even mark it well so we see. Okay. So this is the first high. This is on daily time frame, please. So okay. So if you can see, price got to this high, and since then, price has been in between these 2 points. So if price is able to get to this particular high and breaks above it, then I should expect price to what? To push up. But if that is not the case, I'm not expecting it to move above that point. If that is not the case, but if price is able to break above that point, then you should expect price to push up. So pitch your tent with what? The bulls on that particular market, our advice. But if you're not seeing that, you wait. And based some of the things we need to understand that could also affect gold is for the fact that gold is paired with dollars in the market, and currently some issues that are happening in the economy in the US economy can actually make that currency weak. And if it's weak, it will push the price of gold up because that would be the best time to buy gold because it means currency is cheap and everything, so they'll go for buy. And again, if there's tension, more of tension in all these Middle East countries like Israel, Hamas, and the likes, all these things are part of things that could also affect, you understand? Okay. So, okay. So let's move on to the next instrument, oils. Oils. Yes, oils. Yes. If we look at oil, oil has been dropping. It's been dropping and dropping and dropping. And I'm still expecting the price of oil to drop. Yes. I'm expecting the price of oil to what? To drop. Yes, as of now, can do zero, can see the way the price is trying to push up. But yes, I'm still expecting it to what? To drop. At a point, it dropped to around this is it. At the point it got to around 68.38. You understand? Came down to that point. So because I'm still expecting price of oil to drop, not even with the whole thing that is happening in the economy. Price of oil should what will still drop. And if you look at the trend too, it's been giving us that lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So I'm expecting it to drop. I'll expect the price of oil to what? To drop. So basically, I pitch my tent with the bears. I pitch my tent with the bears on oil. So the next thing we need to do is just to look out for the next sell opportunity, and we'll take it. Once you see that opportunity, you take it. But if you're not seeing it, you wait until when you see it. Once you see that sell opportunity, let's go for it straight up. But if you don't see it, we are meant to hold on. You understand? So pitching my tent, I'll pitch it with the bears. That's that on oil. Okay, so let's move to indices. Indices. Okay, so we'll start with let's look at US 30. After which we'll go to US 100. Okay, let's look at US 500 too. Then we'll now go to the most volatile of them all, which is US 2000. Yes, we'll look at it one after the other. Yes. So starting US 30. So if we look at US 30, you discover that the price has actually gone up before, then now it's coming down and it's been dropping. Basically, basically due to the reasons of or let me say the political war between between US and some of these other countries, that alone has affected the stocks. It's been dropping, and yes, that's it. So around this point, you can also see that there's a strong demand zone there. This price has tested that point and it has reversed. So for us to know if it's going to sell now is we are going to wait for this price to break below this particular section. If it's able to break below this section, then we should expect the price of US 30 to go down. So we'll pitch our attention to it, the bears. But if that does not happen, it could reverse back to the upside. So we are waiting for price. Let price break below this section successfully, then we'll go for our sell. But if that does not happen, price would move back to the upside. Okay. So I'm expecting the price of oil to what, US 30 to what, to drop. That's my take. Break below this particular section, then it will sell. Okay. That's that for me. But if it's unable to break below it, then it will move up. You understand? The next one is US 100. US 100. Okay. The same way US 30 has been going down. That's the same thing happening on US 100. Now look at it. It got to this particular low now. Is this low, and it got rejected. So let's hold on and see, because it's been giving us this bearish movement based on what we're seeing on 1 hour time frame. You understand? Even on the daily time frame, can you see it's been pushing down? So let's look at it now that, okay, if price is able to break below this particular zone now, this particular zone that's been shaded out for us, let me put it this way. Let me give it some space to breathe. Okay. If price is able to break below this part, I will expect on US 100, price should drop. I will expect the price to go down. If it breaks below this point and closes below that point, I'll pitch my tent with the bears. I'll expect the price to what? To sell. But if that does not happen, if it closes inside that zone, I'll still hold on. I'll wait for it to close out in one of the direction, either the upside or downside, then I'll follow. That's my take on US 100. Okay, so let's look at US 500. That's the S&P 500. Still giving the same vibes of what? Of the downward trend. It's still giving us the same vibe of the downward trend. So still marking it out here at this point. If price is able to break below this particular section here, I will expect it to what? To sell. If it doesn't, then it will go back up. You understand? But based on what I'm seeing, I'm expecting price to break below this part. So if price is able to break below this part successfully, the price of oil will what? Well, I said oil, the price of US 500 will what? Go down. I don't know why I'm shouting oil. It's like I want to trade on oil. Okay, I'm expecting the price of oil to go down. Sorry. So on US 500, I'm expecting price to go down too. If it's able to break below this part, yes, it should what? It should sell. All right. So the last one here is US 2000, which is the most volatile of them all. A strong man of them all. So after this, I'll give us the opportunity to drop any instrument you want us to look at. Then if you have any question, you can ask. Just go to the chat box section, drop it there, then we'll look at it. I'll try and answer the ones I'm able to see and the ones I can answer. Yes, I'll try my best to answer them all. So just drop your questions. If you have any questions, drop it at the chat section. So we'll respond to that. So US 2000. All right, so on US 2000, looking at it from the daily time frame, you discover that yes, it is also giving that same reaction that price is coming down. You understand? So if price is able to break below this particular section successfully now, I'll pitch my tent with the bears. But if that doesn't happen, I'll advise us to wait, hold on first. Let's see what price wants to do. But if it's able to break below it, then we can go for that bearish movement. You understand? So let's wait for it. You know, for a while now on indices, it's been more of a bullish instrument. It's been more of a bullish instrument, but based on what is happening in the economy due to the political tussle between different countries, the US, Canada, Mexico, China, and the likes, it's been affecting their stocks, and some of the retaliations they are doing now is also affecting, just like I informed us, like LCOB, in Canada saying that they are bringing down all the US alcohol from their own store. They are bringing it down, and they are also removing it from their site. You know, these are part of the things that is going to also affect these companies, stocks companies, be it in technology, like, okay, in terms of tech now, for George in Ontario to also say that they've also cancelled their contract agreements with Starlink, you understand? Over 100 or if not $100 million, you understand? That too is also another reason why stock will drop. So let's just fold our hands and see what is going to happen. Let's cross our fingers. And like we all know, 2:30 is when the news is coming out on USD. So we need to be very, very careful in placing that trade. You understand? Let's just wait for the market to do its do, then we'll follow it. You understand? And hopefully we're going to make some positive proceeds out of it. Okay, so that's my take on US 2000. I will still expect it to break below this particular zone before I go for my sell. But if that does not happen, it could reverse back to the upside. Okay, so that's that for that. Yes, we still have like 10 minutes more, so I'm going to be giving us the opportunity to ask our questions. Let me be check. I'll check the chat section so we'll be able to pick it. Okay, let's see. Okay, Olufowokan Bamise said I should look at GBP JPY. All right, look at GBP JPY, no problem. I'll look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. All right, so this is GBP JPY. So come in. I'm going to mark this out for us. This is one zone. This is the highest point for here now. Let's look at it from the daily time frame aspect. Okay. Okay, currently actually going down based on what we're seeing on this trend. Price is actually going down based on what we're seeing on the trend. But this is what I'm going to say. Based on my own opinion, if price is able to break below this particular session here, I will expect it to continue that downward movement. But if the reverse is the case, then it could push back to the upside, getting up to this particular session here. So let's just hold on and see. Is price going to come down and break below it, or is going to reverse back up? And if it's going back up, wait for price to close above this section here before you can go for the bullish point. You understand? Let it close above. Let it close above this particular section here. Then you can go for your buy. But if that is not the case, you wait. You wait. You understand? Wait for price to close above that particular shaded part. Once it closes above it, then you can go for your buy. But if the reverse is the case, if it doesn't close above that particular section, I'll kindly advise you what you wait. That's that on GBP JPY. Okay. All right. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Osho. You're saying we should look at DE40. All right. Let's look at DE40. Okay, so DE40 is actually the German stocks. The German stocks. So basically, what are we saying? Yes, on DE40, it got to this particular high, reversed back. Understand? Got down to this point. See? So it's just been within these 2 points here. Normally on indices, like we all know, and based on my own opinion too, I'll always pitch my tent with the bulls on indices. That's just me. Because basically, if we look at it, how do we know? Let's look at it from the higher time frame. You discover, you see the trend, it's been pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. So even if I want to go for a buy now, even if I want to go for a buy, I'll actually wait for it to break above this particular zone where it is. If it breaks above it, then I can go for my buy. But if that is not the case, I'll wait. I'll wait until it gives me that definite direction. If it breaks below this point, it could go down. So let's hold on and see what it wants to do. Is it going to go up and break above that zone, or is it going to come down? If it breaks above the zone, then we can go for our buy. If it doesn't, we should expect it to come back down. You know what? There's this saying that whatever goes up will surely come down. So if it goes up and does not break above that zone, it's coming down. That's that. That's my take on DE40. Okay. Yes, I can see this. You're saying I should look at AY is saying I should look at Euro USD. Vivian is saying I should look at USD JPY. These were the first instruments I spoke on, I talked about, but no problem. I'll go to it again. Let's go to it. Euro USD, starting with Euro USD. Just like I said, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on Euro USD. I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on Euro USD. And if you look at it, let me zoom out a little bit so we can see some things. If this price is able to break above this particular section, I'm expecting it to buy. So you can decide to go for that buy, but it's a little buy to this point. But for me to now have that strong notion that it's going to buy, let it break above this shaded part. If it's able to break above this shaded part, this is on my 1 hour time frame. I'm going to stay with the bulls completely. I'll stick my neck out with the bulls, just like we are saying here. If it's able to, this is on my daily time frame now. If it breaks above this particular zone, it's coming up here. You understand? If it breaks above this point, I'm expecting the price to still get to this around this point here. That's it. I'm expecting price to go up. So for Euro USD, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. But please kindly note, yes, there's news coming out on USD. And you see, one of the interesting things about fundamentals is this. Fundamental is a respecter of no zone. Is a respecter of no zone. Be it support or resistance, is a respecter of no zone. If he tells you he's going to buy, he's going to buy. Whether, see, if that buy is on a strong resistance, as far as the news is also strong and he's saying buy, for that moment, he's going to buy. He can finish his whole deal and now return back and do what is expected technically. But because of its news, it's going to respect news first. So what I'm trying to tell us is this, in essence, is once it's getting close to 230, you understand, let's be very, very careful. Let's be risk what? Cautious. Okay. So for Euro USD, I said, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. Okay. So let's look at USD JPY now. The next instrument is USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY, like I said, price has been dropping, and I'm also expecting the price to still go down. But even if you want to go down, you want to sell with it, wait for it to break below this zone first. If it's able to break below this zone, this particular point that I've marked out for us, then I will expect the price to sell. But if that does not happen, please hold on. It could reverse back up. So let's wait and see what it's going to do. You understand? All right, so you're saying I should look at GBP USD. So yes, let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay. I think this will be the last instrument I'm going to be looking at today. GBP USD. All right, so if you look at it, GBP USD, GBP actually got to this particular high here now, and it's waiting at that point. You understand? So this point is a strong zone. That's why you discover since when price got there, it's just been having issues ranging, almost like ranging between this point. Testing that point, it has tested it like the first time, went over it, came back, second time. Now this is the third time too that we are seeing that price is getting closer to that point. Like, in fact, it has gotten close to that point several times, but it's unable to break it. So let's wait and see. If price is able to break above this section, it's going to be sweet for the bulls. If the reverse is the case, it could come down. So let's just wait and see what it's going to do. If it closes above it, go for your buy. But if it doesn't, we should expect price to come down or even range at that point. You understand? So that's my take on GBP USD. So yes, like I said, let's not forget news is coming today and it's a volatile news. So we need to be very, very careful not to lose out. You understand? Let's be risk cautious. So I'm using this opportunity to thank every one of us that has joined this morning market review. I can see names: Abel, Adetunji Olaleke Said, Agbaje Nkechi. I can also see Akpo Favor. I can see Ajayi Kayode Amos, Akinwale Oluwole. I can see Alebode Isedu, Alfonso Ikediashi, Amosu Oluwaseun. I can see Angela, Anthony Kayode, Awujobi Felix, AY, Babatunde Onita, Bala Orume. Okay, so I can see David Igor, Darlington Ezenwedu. I can see Davis Enebo. I can also see Yusuf Rashidat, Vivian, William Aja. I can see Victor Edo. I can see Doyin. All right, I'm unable to mention everybody's name. I can see Ekenedo Nzube. I can see Ekolanos Odije. Gaia, Matthew, Francis, you, Festus, Gideon, Tabubu, Ifendu, Ukonu. Thank you all for joining this morning's market review. If I did not mention your name, please, I am not looking down on you, but kindly note that I appreciate you for joining this morning's market review. Same time next week. Have a happy weekend. Bye for now.